Hey everyone, welcome to another new episode of Fright Friday, right here on Night Owl Video. Today I am talking about Final Destination 5, which I just actually recently picked up in a thrifting haul from a really cool place. I can't remember the name of the place, but it's like this really cool little hole in the wall, kind of like micro thrift store, but they had tons of movies, and I did find this in there. As well as the 30 Days of Night sequel. So probably going to revisit that store in time. But this was one that I'd been kind of on the hunt for because I had watched all four of the original four in the franchise, but I couldn't find this one. I don't think it was on streaming, and so I was just on the hunt, and I finally found it. So I'm really happy to be talking about this movie. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed recently. As of the recording of this video, I'm up to 261 subscribers, so thank you for joining. Thank you for all the comments and thumbs up and all that stuff. Really cool. I did have a request for Wolf Creek. I forget your name, but that's coming up soon, so thank you for that comment, and I will be getting around to that. So this was a 3D experience in the movie theaters, a horror thriller from 2011. I didn't realize how old this movie was. I felt like it was like 5 years ago, and then I was like, oh my god, this was a long time ago. This is the one. So as I've said in other Final Destination reviews, the movie usually starts off with like a scene which sort of sets the story in motion. This is the one with the bridge collapsing at the beginning. This was directed by a person named Stephen Quale, who was also an assistant director on Titanic, The Haunted Mansion, and Avatar. I don't really know a lot of his other stuff, but this stars Nicholas D'Agosto, who was Harvey Dent in the Gotham TV series. Also stars Emma Bell from the horror movie Frozen, not the kids movie, the horror movie. Also Hatchet 2. Miles Fisher, who's been in a lot of TV and movies, and David Koechner. I never know how to pronounce that name. He's the really funny guy from Anchorman, Waiting, and Krampus. Koechner, I think. You know, he's the in Anchorman. He's the sports guy. Whammy. I really like him. Whenever I see him though in like a horror movie or like a serious movie, I always think like, how's he gonna pull this off? Because he's like one of those actors I just see him on the screen and I just kind of smile because I think of all the funny stuff that he's done in movies. But yeah, so he's in here. The synopsis is: during a bus ride with his colleagues to a corporate retreat, Sam, played by Nicholas D'Agosto, experiences a horrifying vision like they usually do in these movies. The suspension bridge that they and many others are crossing starts to crumble around them. When his vision ends and almost immediately starts to come true, Sam takes quick action and saves a number of people, including his girlfriend Molly, played by Emma Bell, and his best friend Peter, played by Miles Fisher. However, the survivors soon find that death will not be denied. So it's the same premise basically for all of these movies. Something bad happens, somebody has a vision, saves a bunch of people, and then death picks them off one by one. And they try to like, in all these movies, they try to like cheat death or like change just change the rules so that nothing bad will happen. Of course, it's a horror movie, so bad things happen, but that's basically the basic premise. If you've seen one of these, you've seen all five, basically. I mean, that's not fair. All of them have their own unique charms, and this one's no exception, but that is kind of the template, if you will. So despite the Final Destination, which came out in 2009, having been announced as the final Destination film in the franchise, that film's financial success led to the development of this film, Final Destination 5, which began filming in 2010. Filming took place in Vancouver between September and December of 2010. Producers stated that this installment would be darker and more suspenseful in the style of the original film, which I guess in a way it is. I didn't find it to be really any more dark than the other ones, but I thought this was interesting. The the Advertising Standards Authority in the UK ruled that the original theatrical poster, which I believe is this one, which was used on buses and trains during that summer, was, quote, likely to cause fear and undue distress to children, unquote. It ruled that the advert must not appear in the original form again. Warner Brothers countered by stating that the poster, quote, accurately reflects the content of the film in an appropriate manner without causing excessive fear or distress, unquote. They also added that the poster's dark gray and black colors were unlikely to engage the attention of young children. I mean, I don't know. If I was a kid and I saw that on the side of a bus, I think I'd be pretty enthralled, but I was also a very weird kid. They also added, oh yeah, so I said that. And that the surreal image did not feature people, blood, or display any real-life violence. So I don't find this poster overly scary, but I think if I was 5 years old and I saw that on a billboard somewhere, I don't know if it would scare me, maybe, but anyway, this group, the Advertising Standards Authority in the UK, did not like this poster. The budget for this film was $40 million, and it brought in $157.9 million at the box office. So I would say that was a pretty good success. I do think they're making another one, if I'm not mistaken, and it wouldn't be surprising, of course. Usually with these movies, if it's a long-standing franchise and it does well, they just keep cranking them out and cranking them out. So who knows? But the critical reception of this film currently holds a 62% on Rotten Tomatoes, if you follow that type of thing. Many of the critics praised the film's 3D effects, with one critic even going as far as to say it's the best 3D horror film ever made. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, but I don't know about that. Probably in the top 10, but the best? I don't know. Some critics thought this was the best sequel in the Final Destination franchise and a true return to form. I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. My thoughts, I would give this a 4 out of 5. It's not, again, it's not like an Oscar winner, but if you liked the Final Destination films, this is a solid entry into the franchise. The deaths were really cool and inventive, as they usually are in these films. But I thought this was really cool. I mean, I popped it on a couple Fridays ago, just, after a long week of work, popped it on. And I was like, yeah, this is just an effective little horror thriller. I don't think I saw this in the theater. I might have, but I don't think I did. It would be cool to see it in 3D, but yeah, I thought it had good tension. That some of the deaths were creative. The acting was quite good. I thought like the lead actor in this film was Nicholas DeGasto. I hope I'm saying that right. He was really good as the kind of the leader of the group. Very convincing. I don't know if I've ever really disliked a Final Destination movie, if I'm being honest. I just really like the premise of these movies, and I usually like the deaths. The CGI part, like with the CGI blood and that, I'm not really into that, but it's still just a good like popcorn movie. Like the rest of this franchise, I would say the first one's probably my favorite, just because it was the first one I saw, obviously, and it was very kind of original at the time. But this one, yeah, solid entry into the franchise. This edition is the Blu-ray, obviously. It is from the year 20. It says the year 2011. That can't be right, though. I think the movie came out in 2011, so this is probably like 2012. This movie has a runtime of 92 minutes. It's rated 18 in Canada. It is, what else can I say about this? It's a New Line Cinema, Warner Brothers production. Special features on here. There are alternate death scenes, apparently. There's visual effects of death, 2 special effects, split screen features, collapsing bridge and airplane crash. And Final Destination 5, Circle of Death, Your Final Destination, which is kind of, I think, is kind of a history of the Final Destination series. Yeah, so this is a pretty basic Blu-ray disc. I don't know if that code will work, but there's a code. I don't know if it will still work. It's probably expired, I'm guessing. What else is in here? There's a booklet in here. Now this may have included, I don't know if this may have included another disc or not, like the 3D version or something, but oh, this is just a booklet about 3D Blu-rays, which they never really took off. Probably because the equipment was probably too expensive, like getting a 3D player and a 3D TV and 3D discs and all the stuff and those glasses and but yeah, there's Green Lantern. That's something, isn't it? Anybody who's seen that movie. But yeah, this was a real cool movie. I really enjoyed it. I would recommend this to anybody who likes the other movies in the franchise, just likes a good horror thriller popcorn movie. You shut your brain off and just enjoy the deaths. If that sounds weird, but that's what these movies are all about. It's just like how inventive can we kill somebody? So there's the walking out in front of a bus unexpectedly, or there's the tanning booth being locked and the person can't get out and burns to death. All kinds of sick stuff in this. So if that's your bag, this is definitely for you. Let me know your thoughts on this film. Did you like this Final Destination 5? Are you hoping for a Final Destination 6? Because I think it is coming. Let me know if you like this movie, if you didn't like this movie. Give me the thumbs up if you like this review or if you like this kind of content. It keeps me going, keeps the channel going, keeps me popping into people's algorithms. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And follow me over on Instagram at Night Owl Video. I really want to try to be more active on Instagram. It's just it's slow progress for me because I've got so many other things going on with work and just other stuff. But I meant to say you can watch this, you can rent this on Prime Video, Cineplex, and Apple for like around $5, so not too bad. You probably could find this out in the wild. I don't think it's super rare. It's just that when I was looking for it, I feel like I saw it before and I just was like, I'm not interested. But then when I really wanted to see it, I couldn't find it. So I finally got my hands on it. So, but yeah, Amazon Prime, Cineplex, Apple, you can rent it on there if you really want to watch it now, or you want to watch it at home on your TV. I'm a physical media person. I just like putting a disc on and watching a movie. In fact, I was thinking the other night, I was like, oh, I wanted to watch Dirty Harry for some reason. I was like, oh, I should see if it's on streaming. But you know what? I got out my banana boxes full of movies and I actually dug until I found my copy of Dirty Harry and I popped the disc on and it was so satisfying. So, try to keep physical media alive as long as we can. I know it's dwindling. These things are getting harder to find, but I love it. It's just a weird little thing I love. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on this film. Consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up if you like this movie. I'd love to know your thoughts on this movie. And until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store or hopefully not on a bridge that's collapsing. But until next time, please take good care of yourselves and I will see you in the next video. Bye.